Hello, everybody. It's Damon yet again with another list. And actually, this time I felt like a list. After seeing WrestleMania, I could give you my review. I'm going to do a short review of WrestleMania right now. I've listened to the Solo Monsters review as well as I listened to Wrestling Soup, and I didn't think it was the worst WrestleMania. I just didn't think it was the best one. Overall, it felt like the second half was on Sunday was 9 out of 10. The first half was a 6 out of 10. So if you do an average, it's 7.5 out of 10 WrestleMania, which is the middle of the pack. It's the one that was, eh. I think somebody, one user, Solid Monster said WrestleMania. Yeah. But for anybody saying it's a terrible mania, dudes, it's not the worst WrestleMania. It's not the worst Las Vegas based WrestleMania. That's WrestleMania 9. I mean, last year's main event, Cena versus Rhodes, was infinitely worse. So, and as far as the length of the matches, I have no problem with the length of the match. I just have a problem with short matches and not much match on the card. If it was like a WrestleMania 7, WrestleMania 5, which there's like 12 matches and like a lot of on the same night, and some of them are short, I get it. I actually was a proponent saying I don't think every match within a WrestleMania should be 17 minutes. I don't think so. I still don't believe so. Obafemi versus Lesnar, great, and it was like 4 minutes, good. Vaquer and Morgan was short supposedly because both women were kind of injured, and it's like I disagree with Solid Monster. I respect him, love the guy, but disagree there. If they're both banged up, that's a good reason why they. But still, but here's my review of short review of WrestleMania. I like the six-man tag match. It brought me back to WrestleMania 12, 30 years before, and I'll start. I have a cool opener, not a great opener, but a cool opener. There's a difference there. And LA Knight Usos getting the win was perfect. So. Yeah, I like the opening match. The second match, Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre, was pretty fun, but I still maintain Drew McIntyre should have weaseled his way out of victory. But if Drew McIntyre is going to shoot Islander, then I get it. So, yeah. Number three, the four-way women's tag title match was fun, and I was surprised by Paige coming back. But if Paige come back, having her come back to lose would have been stupid. She won. Good. Good match. Not great, good. See the pattern? It's like no bad match, just good. Fourth match. Fourth match was Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee, and it ended with AJ Lee losing the title. It was a fun match. So yeah, as far as the other three matches in the card, Seth Rollins Gunter was pretty fun. Again, a 7 out of 10 match. Then you had Vaquer versus Morgan felt more like a Raw match, but I can't understand knowing the consequences. And Cody versus Orton was this is where I felt a mess of a main event. And I felt like Orton should have won. And the very worst, I always felt like you could have gone Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. They should team up with Orton from now on. That's the one part where I really would rank it low. It's like a bad main event for a okay show. The second half, Lesnar versus Obafemi, pretty good match, very fun match. Was Lesnar versus Goldberg-esque, and Lesnar lost in a dominant fashion. Great, I love Oba. Continue like this. The Ice style match with an IC basically was a Money in the Bank style match, and I liked it. I still believe like Kofi Kingston, Grande Americano, and Chad Gable should have been in it, but whatever. Okay, that's WWE's fault. You should have also have US vs Asuka or a women's US title match, and even a SmackDown tag title match. As far as the I think it was the next one, Sami Zayn's Trick Williams. I'm still baffled by the fact that Sami Zayn's the heel. And Trick Williams, as much as I like him, his whole gimmick is basically taken from Hustle and Flow. He's like I'm expecting him to have a song like it's hard out there for a pimp. It's 20 years old, that movie. Holy crap, we're getting old. But still, it reminds me it's old because of Whoop That Trick came for that movie. Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill. Love the counter at the end. Jade got improved. Was a fun, solid match, not great. Then you have Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio should have been a squash, and Finn won. And I love the main event with CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. I hope Roman Reigns stays along. So overall, it was a fun WrestleMania. I feel not soulless. I just feel like stop with the commercial, and you have no excuse not to put any more matches. My video today is about, I'll do it shortly. It's about who I feel should be the next Hall of Famer. And I have top 10 headliners. The top 10 headliners, first of all, Batista. Batista has been removed for since 2020, and he should be a headline a main event on Hall of Fame. You should have Brock Lesnar. Now he's recently retired, and expect him to probably be inducted next year at WrestleMania 43. Cena should eventually be the headliner of WrestleMania. Jericho, The Miz. So, Jericho, The Miz should be this. Bray Wyatt should be the headliner for WrestleMania Hall of Fame. How about, I'm looking at basically the former WWE champions. CM Punk should also be headlining this, but maybe not right now. Daniel Bryan, Big E, maybe Kofi Kingston when he retires, but Kofi might exactly be not as a main eventer. And of course, The Rock. The Rock has to be basically headliner Hall of Fame. The second banana be the second one, not the top one, but the second one to be headline be just below the headliner. You have Christian Cage, which should happen in the next few years. You should also have Ken Shamrock. Ken Shamrock should be headline, should be at least a second banana in the next 2 years. Rick the Model Martel should be there, and Big Show. As far as the tag team, I come up with the top 10 tag teams which should be inducted in the next 5 years in the Hall of Fame. You have the Midnight Express. I'm surprised they haven't been there. And it should be inducted along with James E. Cornette. In WWE, you had the Nasty Boys. Nasty Boys, people forget they're basically at one of the only tag teams to be WWE, WCW, and AEW World Tag Team Champions. They should be in there before it's too late. Money Inc. Teddy DiBiase should be in there. The Quebecers. I know Jacques Rougeau, and even that the family Rougeau should be in there, but he rubs the wrong people the wrong way. But PCO shouldn't have to suffer for it. That's it. Smoking Guns. Yeah, that's right. Not the only tag team that Billy Gunn should be inducted. The Smoking Guns were damn underrated. Former three-time World Tag Team Champions shouldn't be on there. You should have the Godwins, the Headbangers. APA should be inducted. And of course, the Hardys and Edge and Christian as tag team should be inducted. The groups. I mean, faction, you have the Hart Foundation. New Hart Foundations that would get Owen Hart in there. Get Brian Pillman in there. And got the Nation. So get Owen twice in a row. And finally, for the women's, I would have Lena Nikai. It's surprising after all those years, she's still on the Hall of Fame, and she should be. She was main defending title in the first ever WrestleMania. You have Sable. Sable should be inducted the same year as Brock Lesnar. China, individual, she transcended everything. She based 9 Wonder of the World, should be in it. Jazz, Victoria, both of them should be in the Ruthless Aggression era, where great women's wrestlers should be inducted. Gail Kim, for all she did, not just for WWE, but TNA, should be inducted. Mickie James, of course, what she did in WWE, TNA, and NWA, she should be. And you have Melina Perez, Candice Michelle, and of course, Awesome Khan, for all the work she did in TNA. And as far as individual other people should be inducted, Tony Gurria. Yeah, I know Stevie Richards will laugh about that, but he's a 5-time World Tag Team Champions. Adorable Adrian Adonis should be in there. And of course, the toughest guy there is in the locker room, Aku. So those are my lists. Those are my lists for the best, the people who should be in the Hall of Fame. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.